Afrobeats is no longer just a genre. It's a movement, a global conversation, and a cultural force that keeps expanding its reach. And when people ask why Afrobeats continues to grow, the answer is simple. It's built on a foundation that never stops evolving. Afrobeats has rhythm, storytelling, identity, and universal energy, all wrapped into one. And every year that passes, it becomes even more magnetic. This is why Afrobeats will keep getting bigger. To understand why this genre refuses to slow down, you have to look at the roots of the sound. Afrobeats grew out of a blend of cultures, traditions, and sonic histories from across West Africa. It carries pieces of highlife, Fuji, dancehall, hip-hop, R&B, and even Caribbean influences. It has never been one thing, and that's exactly what makes it unstoppable. When a genre is built on hybrid DNA, it adapts to any environment it enters. When it comes in contact with new sounds, it doesn't break, it expands. That alone guarantees longevity. The next reason Afrobeats keeps rising is because the world is finally paying attention to rhythm again. For years, popular music shifted heavily toward melody-driven sounds, especially in Western markets. But audiences have been craving something more physical, something you can feel in your body before your mind even processes it. Afrobeats delivers that effortlessly. It hits you in the chest, the hips, the legs. The beats invite movement. The grooves feel alive. And once people get hooked on a rhythm that makes them feel good, they don't go back. You can't unfeel Afrobeats. And then you have the artists. The faces behind the sound are not just musicians, they are cultural ambassadors. They carry stories of cities like Lagos, Accra, Port Harcourt, and Abuja into spaces that used to be completely disconnected from African music. Burna Boy with the stadiums, Wizkid with the calm dominance, Davido with the infectious energy, Rima with the futuristic edge, I Had a Star with the global appeal, Asake with the street-to-mainstream pipeline. When one artist breaks into a new market, it opens the door wider for the next and the next. Every success story expands the blueprint. Every hit single shifts global curiosity. And because Afrobeats artists refuse to stay in one lane, the sound keeps evolving beyond expectations. Another reason Afrobeats keeps getting bigger is the diaspora. African communities exist everywhere. Canada, the UK, the US, Europe, the Caribbean, the Middle East, and wherever they go, they carry the music with them. This creates pockets of influence around the world, spreading Afrobeats without any formal marketing plan. A DJ in Toronto plays a set at a club. A student in London shares a playlist. A party in New York goes viral on TikTok. A wedding in Amsterdam posts a dance clip. Little by little, Afrobeats becomes the soundtrack to everyday life in places that never used to engage with African music. It becomes familiar. It becomes normal. And once a sound becomes part of people's social lives, it never disappears. Streaming also plays a massive role in the global growth. 10 or 15 years ago, for you to hear music from another continent, someone had to bring it to you. Now, algorithms do that automatically. Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, YouTube, they expose people to new sounds without asking permission. You click one Afrobeat song out of curiosity, and suddenly your recommendations are filled with more. That feedback loop creates discovery at scale. It turns casual listeners into dedicated fans. And because Afrobeats excels on social platforms, especially those that revolve around dancing, trends, and short-form content, it spreads quicker than traditional genres. Another factor is collaboration. Afrobeats artists understand the power of cross-pollination. They don't see features as competition, they see them as bridges. When Burna Boy joins forces with a UK rapper, when Wizkid collaborates with a pop star, when Rima enters a Latin market, each collaboration exposes Afrobeats to a new audience. It's a strategy built on visibility. And it works because the sound fits so naturally into different genres. Afrobeats can blend with amapiano, R&B, hip-hop, Latin music, dancehall, pop, reggaeton, EDM. It's flexible by design. The more it collaborates, the more it multiplies. The fashion, style, and lifestyle around Afrobeats also contribute to its rise. People aren't just listening to the music, they're adopting the culture. The slang enters everyday speech. The dances become viral challenges. The fashion trends appear in major cities. The visuals influence aesthetics across continents. Afrobeats creates a world people want to be part of. Colorful, bold, vibrant, celebratory, and confident. It's not just music you listen to, it's a vibe you enter. And then you have the live performance element. Afrobeats shines on stage more than most genres today. These artists don't just perform, they bring full-blown experiences. Live bands, choreography, crowd interaction, energy that doesn't dip. The concerts feel like cultural festivals, not just shows. When a crowd in Paris, Toronto, or Berlin sees an Afrobeats performance for the first time, they leave with a sense of connection. They talk about it, they bring their friends next time, and those moments expand the global footprint. Another reason Afrobeats keeps getting bigger is because global audiences are becoming more open-minded. The days when listeners only consumed music from their own region are over. The rise of K-pop, Latin trap, reggaeton, and Bollywood soundtracks in global spaces shows one clear pattern. The world is more curious than ever. Afrobeats fits perfectly into that shift. It's fresh enough to feel new, but familiar enough to feel comfortable. It's exotic, but relatable. It's different, but accessible. That balance is rare, and it's what gives Afrobeats its global staying power. The storytelling in Afrobeats is another factor. Even when listeners don't understand the language, they feel the emotion. The delivery carries meaning. The vibe speaks for itself. And when the lyrics do become clear, they reveal a mix of joy, hustle, heartbreak, celebration, spirituality, and everyday life. It's a reflection of real experiences. That authenticity connects with people across cultures because human emotions are universal. We also have to talk about the youth. Younger generations worldwide are shaping trends, and they gravitate towards sounds that feel energetic, uplifting, and fresh. Afrobeats fits their lifestyle. It matches their playlists, their parties, their social media habits, their fashion choices, their sense of identity. When young people choose a genre as their soundtrack, that genre becomes the future. And right now, the youth have chosen Afrobeats. Canada specifically is one of the growing hubs for Afrobeats, and that matters because Canada has global influence through diaspora culture, nightlife, streaming, and university communities. Toronto, in particular, is a melting pot where Afrobeats thrives naturally. Parties, concerts, cultural events, and social media trends make the genre feel like the heartbeat of the city. And when a city like Toronto embraces a sound, the effects spill into other markets. Another element driving Afrobeats forward is its optimism. Even when the lyrics talk about struggle, the beat carries hope. It brings joy, it brings energy, it brings warmth. And in a world where many people feel stressed, disconnected, or overwhelmed, Afrobeats becomes an escape. It's music that reminds everyone to celebrate moments, to dance, to breathe, to enjoy life. That emotional relief is powerful, and it keeps people coming back. As Afrobeats continues to dominate charts, festivals, playlists, and clubs around the world, the infrastructure supporting it also grows. More promoters invest in Afrobeats events. More labels sign Afrobeats artists. More media platforms cover Afrobeat stories. More producers experiment with the sound. More dancers, influencers, and content creators use Afrobeats music in their work. Every part of the industry is aligning around the genre, creating a cycle that feeds itself. And the crazy part is that Afrobeats is still young on the global stage. If this is what the genre can achieve in under a decade of global visibility, imagine where it will be 10 years from now. Imagine the artists who haven't even debuted yet. Imagine the new subgenres waiting to form. Imagine the stadiums, the festivals, the award shows, the cultural shifts. Afrobeats has not peaked, not even close. The world hasn't fully realized the potential of the sound. And that is exactly why Afrobeats will keep getting bigger. The future belongs to genres that move people, connect cultures, and bring joy. Afrobeats does all three effortlessly. And as long as people want to feel alive, as long as they want rhythm, energy, identity, and community, Afrobeats will continue to rise. It will cross more borders, break more records, inspire more artists, and shape more moments. This is only the beginning, and the world is just catching up.